Gaining 1000 levels in Minecraft isn't easy, with 1000 levels being equal to splashing 700,000 XP bottles, and Minecraft having features that intend to keep you at level 30 and under. Gaining 1000 levels alone already seems impossible, so that's why I want to attempt this challenge in just 24 hours. This isn't very efficient. Killing mobs give an average of 1 to 7 XP per kill, which becomes pretty inefficient around level 13, because each time you level up, the more XP is required for increasing to the next level, meaning gaining XP at lower levels is way easier than gaining XP at higher levels. So if I want to reach 1000 levels in only 24 hours, I would need to use more efficient XP methods for each new level milestone I reach. Moving on to our second method, breeding. Alright, spamming the mobs. Let's see. We are low-key gaining levels quite quickly. Breeding is a game mechanic that allows mobs of the same species to mate with each other to produce offspring. And this mechanic also gives 1 to 7 XP per mob bred, meaning if you repeatedly breed loads of mobs, you can rapidly gain loads of XP in quick time. Okay, I'm gonna breed for like an hour and see how many levels I can get. You guys are probably wondering why I'm even getting 1000 levels to begin with. And the reason why is a player named Jaden-Man has the record of the most levels on the server, with that being 1000. And pretty much I want to pass it up in just 24 hours of Minecraft time, and I can't really do it quickly using this method because there's just so many issues. Firstly, you can only breed mobs every 5 minutes, and secondly, this method requires lots of food that I have to wait on this very slow wheat farm to get in order to breed these mobs, meaning I'm wasting lots of time between each breeding session. So based on these issues, I knew I had to switch methods. Okay, the next strategy to get levels I'm going to be trying is fishing. All right, here's the fish. That was terrible. Yeah, fishing is not the greatest XP method, so yeah, we're gonna have to try and do something else. The next thing that has been proven to be very efficient is mining. Mining is something all players need to do in order to properly progress the game, and this feature also gives anywhere to 1 to 7 XP per ore mine, which is a lot more efficient than breeding since there's no delay between the time I can grind for levels. We're literally gonna mine for as many levels as we physically can get and as many ores as we can physically mine, so let's go. Okay, we're about 3 hours in and we just got to 40 levels. We can actually increase the speed if we go to the nether and mine quartz. Quartz ore is the most profitable for levels overall, because of you being able to gain 2 to 5 XP per quartz with a very common spawn rate. So I decided to go to the nether to mine as many quartz as I could. Okay, now we're in the nether, so yeah, it's time to get some quartz. Boom, 50 levels, bro. That's huge. And it's perfect we just went mining for my next strat. Smelting. Smelting is a method of producing goods in Minecraft, which can be melting, baking, cooking, burning, or drying. This mechanic gives 0.1 to 2 XP per item smelt, which may not seem like a lot, but since I mine loads of ores and have items to smelt for these furnaces, it's pretty beneficial for levels. So I filled the furnaces up with coal that I also got from mining and began to smelt. Okay, we're smelting all the gold, and let's see how many levels we get. Okay, so I smelt pretty much all of the gold, and I only went up by about 1 level, but that's fine. I'm gonna spend the next few hours, you know, using all the strategies I pretty much learned so far, and you know, see how many levels we can get within the next hour. So let's go. Okay, 4 hours in and level 60, but we low-key need to switch our methods soon. Now at this point, I was about 4 hours in at level 60, which is already 100 levels off pace, meaning I need to use more advanced methods of gaining levels, otherwise I won't reach 1000 levels, failing to make me beat my friend Jaden-Man's record. So since I didn't want to fail this challenge, I knew the perfect XP method to do the trick. Okay, I have to run a little to find this, but Skoke is literally insane for XP. Skoke is a block found abundantly in the deep dark, and if you break it, you can get 1 XP per Skoke block mine, which is very insane since there's thousands of it. But there's a few problems. Deep dark biomes are pretty rare, so finding one with limited time can be very hard. And also, deep darks have wardens, which are very dangerous mobs that can 2-shot players with max enchanted armor. And if I die, I will lose all of my levels, causing an automatic fail. Knowing these risks, however, I decided to look for a deep dark biome and host a grinding skull. I think I started this on like hour 6 and now I'm on hour 7, just looking for this dumb little ancient city. No way. Oh my god, finally, bro. This was wasting a lot of my time. Okay, now we're in a deep dark biome and all we have to do is grind the skull, and yeah, so let's go. I am too excited. After 2 whole hours, I'm at 90 levels, bro. This method is kind of efficient, but it kind of gets drawn out when you realize you have to get 1000 levels within like 14 more hours ish. All right, looking at my statistics, I've broken 15,000 skulls. This is the most block I've ever broken on the server, but this isn't really efficient enough, so we're going to need to switch it up. With that being trading. The trading system is a gameplay mechanic that allows players to trade emeralds for items with villagers. And for each time you trade, you can get 3 to 6 XP. These rates can even be improved. If I zombify the villager beforehand, then revive them back, they'll give me cheaper prices for each item, meaning I can trade a lot more times without using a lot of my stock. So after zombifying the villagers, I begin to trade with them. I have loads of iron from the team's iron farm, so I'm going to get to trading. And yeah, I really don't know what to say. This is all it is. So let's go. Boom, level 100. But we still have time to grind, so let's go for another hour. Boom, we reached the 10-hour mark, but I can no longer trade for real because, you know, like I have to wait between the time again, which was a major issue with breeding. And yeah, I'm gonna need to try a new method that you probably never seen before. These are called XP multipliers. XP multipliers are a feature in the LevelsSMP plugin that multiplies your XP gaining speed by the amount displayed on screen. Since the start of the video, I had a 1x multiplier to keep this challenge as fair as possible, but now that I'm all by 258 levels, I need it insanely bad to increase my levels. So I'm gonna apply 7 multipliers for now, and yeah, I'm missing 1. My XP multiplier is now 4.5, being 1 multiplier away from the max amount. And if I want to gain levels at the fastest rates possible, I would need to have a 5x multiplier. In order to gain 1 more XP multiplier, I would need to kill a player, which is pretty simple since I'm easily the best player on the server. But because of that reason alone, players will only accept battles if the teams are in their favor, which is bad because if I die during fighting the server, I would literally lose all of my levels. But since this is the most efficient way of gaining XP multipliers, I challenge the server to a battle that puts this entire project at risk unless I'm able to survive. Alright, I'm pushing in. They're all right here, bro. That shit doesn't have shit. I'm gonna drop dashing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Drop dashing, drop. Wait, drop.
I don't think Wookiee's there.
Alright, got one.
Jaden's actually low. Jaden's low. Drop Jaden. I'm gonna save my gas a bit. Yeah, elements. There's no pushing.
Target main fair, he's in dog.
What?
Oh,
wait, what?
What?
Hold on. Just sneak him into one of the chests real quick, and I'll just run and grab it. Oh, I'm fucking dead.
Oh my god. Just run. Like, I think we should all just run.
Oh, yeah.
I think I recovered. I recovered. I'm getting targeted hard.
You're like, yeah, it's like you and Gregory are like the only ones left.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to put any pots on the thing. And I was just trying to be an observer.
I got my 1 kill, bro. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
We're leaving?
Yeah, leave. I was able to luckily clutch up and escape with 1 kill, putting me at max multipliers, meaning I can gain XP at the fastest rates possible. And I had the perfect XP method for that. Mob spawners. A monster spawner is a cage-like block that can spawn mobs in repeated cycles, meaning if I build a water stream around these, I can farm mobs that drop 1 to 5 XP repeatedly. The best monster spawners for grinding XP are the ones that generate in mine shafts, and that's because they generate next to each other, meaning I can farm multiple spawners all at once. So I went to a mine shaft I've been to in the past and began building the XP farm. Okay, we are in a mine shaft, and the reason why we're here is because there's spawners here, right? XP farms are banned on the server, but if I want to get 1,000 levels, we're going to need to start cheating. All right, now what we need to do is we basically need to box off these spawners and then like make them all go into one area where I can just sweep all the mobs at once. So we need to do this as quickly as possible because obviously we're wasting a lot of time the longer we take. So let's get to work. And now we're going to grind for an hour, and boom, level 160. And yeah, I kind of just went into the room because it was easier, but there is an issue. I'm kind of running out of XP methods. By now I kind of expected myself to be a lot higher. So yeah, at this point I was running low on XP methods that can possibly help me gain 1,000 levels, meaning I won't be able to pass Jaden-Man's record in just 24 hours. Everything about reaching this goal was going terrible until a player named Element messaged me about a deal. I decided to accept this offer, not knowing I would be making the best deal ever that would give me the most ever XP. All right, so what's going on? What what do you have that can help me get levels and supplies and all that you're talking about?
Well, first, I want to say, like, in exchange for this, I want immunity from you and your team, and I want protection. I need that promise, okay?
All right, unless I'm literally provoked, I will not attack you, betray you, or do anything along those lines.
So, in exchange for protection and all of that, I'm willing to offer unlimited XP and Ender Pearls and everything. This is my setup.
What? So how does this work?
So these are
What?
These are the string troopers, and I have 45 of these.
What?
It took me like 20 minutes to get from 70 to 100. I'm at max hearts right now. And if you need emeralds to trade, there you go.
What? This was huge. Element revealed to me that he had 45 string dupers underneath his base that produces thousands of string in seconds that I can trade in for 15 to 18 XP per trade with the XP multiplier, which can insanely help me gain loads of XP and can also get me back on pace to reach 1000 levels in 24 hours. So I turned on the string dupers at his base and began grinding for the next dozens of hours. Bro, this is gonna help my pacing so much. On the topic of pacing, I need your help. I started a sub race against a YouTuber named Render, and he's currently on pace to reach 500k before me by a long shot. If we're able to win, Render would do a face reveal, which makes this pretty free because my face is already public. So if you want to see Render for the first time and become a true fragger, make sure you subscribe. I also have a cool texture pack if we get to 180k, so you know, just subscribe, you know. But back to the video. It's funny how I grinded for like 5 hours and you're probably only gonna see like 5 seconds worth of it. We're just about at hour 17 and we have 400 levels. But based on the pace we're going, I will not reach 1000 levels within 24 hours. I have one last strategy I can possibly try, but it may not work. But at this point, if this doesn't really work, then I'm pretty much screwed. And that one thing I'm going to use is a gold farm. A gold farm is another farm that spawns loads of zombified pigmen. And gold farms also produce 15 XP per pigment with XP multipliers. Gold farms take thousands of resources to build. So my teammate and I grinded all of them in an hour. Then I had my teammate turn on his hack so I can quickly transfer the blocks to the building location. If this farm doesn't work, I will never have the chance to steal Jaden-Man's level record, and the odds of reaching 1000 levels in 24 hours will be very low. But all I could do was hope that this farm will put me on pace to reach 1000 levels, or I would have just basically guaranteed my failure. Okay, now we're at the location where we're going to build the gold farm, so let's go. I love how easy I made it seem to build this, bro. But now all we have to do is grind for 1 hour, and based on this grinding session, we're going to figure out if this farm is the way we're going to reach 1000 levels. Since this is the last method, I'm going to blur the screen for right now and grind for the remaining of the 24 hours. And instead of doing it now, I'm going to reveal my levels once the 24 hours in. So I'm going to grind, and if this farm failed me, then you're going to know. So I'll see you guys once the 24 hours in. The time is pretty much up, and you know, everything is over. I've been doing this for 24 hours in Minecraft time. You know, I got a life, bro. I can't be seen here. I'm gonna reveal the levels in 3, 2, 1, and yeah, okay, I didn't make it. All right, but to be honest, I kind of got close. You got to give me the props. All right, but I have 77,000 villager trades. I started with 5,000, and to get 700 levels is really insane. So honestly, I'm really happy about what we've made it to. So to answer the question, is it possible to gain 1000 levels in 24 hours? The answer is actually yes, if you sit on the XP farm the whole time. I may have not beaten Jaden-Man's 1000 level record in 24 hours, but now that this is over, I'm finally free to take risks. So I promise you, whatever my next goal is will be fulfilled.